How was that, Max? Was that good? The things I do, man. Woo! I think it's only fitting to be on a one wheel today. The Tron music, that 80s vibe, Stranger Things. Talking about lasers today. So I'm just on my way back to the shop. I had to let all the haze dissipate from inside the shop because it was like 40 high schoolers vaping in there, so I like this. And we're gonna talk about how this laser has been a huge part of my business in the last couple years and just what exactly you can do with the laser. All those worm guts. I had to stop and clean it like 3 times already. Brand new rails. Cold out there today. Hey, what are you doing?
Working.
Do you have any idea what time it is?
Oh shoot. Oh, it's on.
Let's do this. Ever heard of Skillshare? It's an online learning platform with thousands of classes for curious and creative people. Whether you're into photography, creative writing, design, culinary arts, Skillshare's got you covered.
Wait, so if I want to learn how to juggle, Skillshare can teach me that?
Yup.
How about if I want to make a mean apple pie?
Yup, that too. The great thing about Skillshare is that it is ad-free. And there are new premium classes being added each week. And what's even more incredible, classes are now available in French, Spanish, Portuguese, and even German. One class that I highly recommend is called Adobe Illustrator CC Essentials Training. It's by Daniel Scott. He's an Adobe certified trainer, so he knows exactly what he's talking about. When it comes to lasers, vectors are so important, and this guy makes it super easy to understand. He explains things simply and clearly, and he makes it fun. I think you'll really enjoy it. What was that?
I thought that would look better. Did not.
The first 1,000 subscribers who click the link in the description below or use code LittleKingGoods will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare.
Wait, what?
Yeah, 1 free month of Skillshare. Go do it right now.
I'm gonna go do that now, actually.
Bye. All right. I'm going to talk about all of the things that I've been using my laser for in the last 2 years. Today's video, I'm going to be using the Trotec Speedy 100. It's on loan from Trotec. I'm really excited to use it, but for now, I'm just going to really quickly talk about what I've used this for in the past and how it's grown my business. DIY kits were a hot item for us here at Little King Goods. And I wasn't really sure how they were gonna take off, if they were gonna take off, how the public would receive them, but I quickly found out that DIY kits were hot. The thing that I like about the DIY kits is that I could go crazy with them, I could test out different designs. You can even see that with this pattern, there is a crown texture on there, and that was really cool. Something that I loved playing around with, and the customers just loved it. Along with the DIY kits, I was trying to figure out a way how to package them and how to make the packaging look a little bit more interesting. And I was like, well, why don't we do a custom stamp? Trotec started out as Trodat, and what Trodat did back in the day, and I think they still do today, is make rubber stamps or machines for making rubber stamps. The more that you can do with a laser, the better. I didn't want to send away and wait for production time and turnaround time. So I was like, let's just try it out and do it on a laser. And lo and behold, it works out well. The second thing that I started working around or working towards was making these all-in-one acrylic templates. So instead of having 5 or 6 different cardboard pieces that you have lying around that could get lost, I'm like, you know what? Let's try and make them out of acrylic, an all-in-one template. So I kind of messed around on Illustrator and I came up with these designs. And with those, I grew what is now called Little King Supply Co. So crafters who wanted to learn how to size pockets properly or put together wallets would come and purchase these acrylic templates from me. And to this day, we ship these all over the world. They are very popular and they are very long lasting. They're in one piece. You're not losing pieces here and there, and very, very thankful for that. Lasers have totally changed the game here at Little King Goods and Little King Supply Co. It's been a really cool side hustle to see this grow. And it's all because of a laser. So naturally, designing templates and stuff, I started designing wallets and prototyping wallets. And it's been really helpful. The speed at which you can prototype on the computer and print it off on a laser is unreal. Then we started making more intricate designs like watch straps, especially the holes in the watch straps, with a laser. It's 100% lined up every time, accurate, repeatable. It does the same thing every time. I know I'm gonna get a properly cut strap, and it's been so great. There's a video of Max making a watch strap. I will put it up in the card somewhere or in the description below, and you can just see what a laser can do. And I know there's these old school people who are like, oh, you're using a laser and it's not handmade anymore. Well, I get you, I understand. And a laser is a machine and it helps with production. If you're doing everything as a hobby and you don't care how much time it takes you to make, or you're not worried about making a full-time living from it, I get it. I would do everything by hand too if I was in that position. But running a full-time brand and raising a family and trying to make sure that I'm not living at my job, I'm going to be implementing different machines. And it's made my life so much easier and so much better. I know people are gonna have backlash on that and whatever, but that's just my opinion. And I think it's working well for our business model over here. My 2 cents. That's it. Talking about prototyping again, especially for bigger things like bags and satchels and bigger journal covers or more intricate things, prototyping with a laser is so good. I can't get enough of this. It really, really speeds up my time and time that I can use in other parts of my business. For instance, our crossbody bag, this whole bag was designed on the computer. And then I used a laser to cut out cardboard templates that I could trace onto the leather to make this bag. The laser bed that I have right now is not big enough to put an entire piece of leather in there. And so I did this all with cardboard. You could make it out of acrylic, but cardboard is cheaper and more efficient. And so again, just prototyping bigger things like this is seconds, especially if you know how to use a vector-based program like Illustrator. Another quick fun thing that doesn't have anything to do with leathercraft is that you can start building fun things for your shop. I built this thing the first day I got my laser. It is up on my shelf. It's translucent white acrylic so that light can shine through it. It's awesome. Little mementos like that, and people love having those in their shop. You can even start a side business, side hustle for making acrylic signs. Those things are hot. Speaking about acrylic again, I want to talk about the last thing I have on my list, and those are acrylic stamps. If you've been following me on Instagram for any amount of time, you'll see that I've been posting a lot about acrylic stamps. For some reason, these things are just so interesting to me. I love seeing designs come alive and then being pressed into leather. There's something just so satisfying about stamps being pressed into leather, embossed or debossed. But let's back up quickly before I talk about the acrylic stamps that I do now. This is the first acrylic stamp that I made. It's actually just 3 pieces of acrylic glued together and then a cutout crown that I glued to this backing. And that's how I first started doing acrylic stamps. Then a couple of weeks ago, I saw on Instagram, someone posted an etched stamp. It blew my mind. I'm like, are you kidding me? You can do that with acrylic? So I had to try it. It took me a couple tries to get the settings right, but after a while, practice makes improvement. I started getting better and better with the settings. Community over competition. This was also done on the laser. Custom hat patches. So there's so many ideas. It's so great. So after I started playing around with these embossing stamps, I realized that, hey, maybe what if we did the reverse? So what if we did a deboss? See how the crown is raised and everything else around it is pushed in? That was simply done by inverting or inversing the stamp. So this stuff would get pushed into the leather and then the leather would come up inside the part that was etched to give you that raised crown. So cool. And then I'm like, yo, what if we did it smaller? What if we did a little pattern with those little crowns where they're all debossed? And this is what it looks like. It looks so cool. There's so many different little things that you can do with a laser, and I love it. Constantly I'm coming up with different ideas. I wish I had more time to do this actually. With Trotec's software Ruby, these stamps are so easy to make. It's basically 2 clicks. Stamps are different than regular just etching. You have to put a shoulder on the stamp, especially with thin lines that are prone to break. You have to build that line up so that it's more stable and sturdy and robust. A shoulder is a must when you're making stamps, especially embossing or debossing, or even rubber stamps with thinner lines that you don't want to be bendy. Trotec, I gotta give it to you. The Ruby software is incredible. It works really well. It's easy to use and it just does what it's supposed to do. If you wanna find out more about these Trotec lasers, which I highly recommend, there's a link in the description where you fill out a card and you can find out what they cost, the leasing options on these machines. Bear in mind, they are more expensive, but these aren't hobby machines. These are heavy duty, high tech, made in Austria, best of the best machines. Leasing options are an awesome way of getting into the laser market. Wedding season's coming up, different events for different people who want things cut out of acrylic or wood or etched. Building a laser business is very lucrative these days. Everyone wants something customized or personalized or made especially for them. And a laser is it's just awesome. I love it. Like I said, click the link in the description, fill out the form, and someone from Trotec would be happy to talk to you. Also, everything I've been using up until this date have been bought from Trotec. They sell all of these acrylics in many different thicknesses. I recently just bought 15 mil acrylic for my stamps. They've got multiple colors, thicknesses, anything you could possibly want. They also have masking tape, especially if you want to put on your leather goods to cut so that there's no burn marks. I get all my masking tape from them, 12-inch rolls. Super great. There's a discount code for $25 off your order if it's 100 or more for the US and Canada. Use the coupon code Little King and you will be on your way to saving $25. Not a bad deal. I wanted to thank Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Go check them out, go get that free trial. Also, I wanna thank Trotec for lending me this unit to test out and try out. I'll be sad to see it leave, but I think I'm gonna be trying the 400 next, which I'm very excited about. It's a big machine to cut bigger things, higher wattage. I'm excited to try that one out. So if you're interested, stay tuned. All right, guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I appreciate you all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and have a wonderful day. Hope you're doing well. God bless, and we'll see you in the next one. All right, peace.